holler at you. The name's Zeke, and I've got one of them YouTubes. So today we're gonna do some clever man sciencey stuff in the Kerbal Space Programs. And it's a pretty good game. You gotta make your own rickety rocket ship, get it into space, and then land on some stuff that ain't even in America. So I'm gonna land a tin can on the moon and all the other crap that's whizzing around the sun. To help keep me right, I done made myself a checklist of stuff I want to put a flag on in order of difficulty. Now, I'm not very good at interplanetary Newtonian astrophysical orbital maneuvering, but that don't matter none. This ain't even how I really talk. Whatever, boy. Let's just get on with the checklist.
Oh, hello cats and kittens, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program Checklist. What? I haven't done a video in this series since Jesus Christ was walking around, but welcome back to it, both old and new subscribers. Had a lot of new subscribers recently. Welcome. You probably aren't aware that I ever played Kerbal Space Program on this channel, but I did, and you can see those episodes back there. But you don't need to catch up because we are wiping the slate clean, of course. It is now version 1.0.0.830. We're in full release for KSP, which is exciting. Let's dive right on in here. A lot of people have been doing these first look videos at the full version of Kerbal Space Program. And because I'm a mindless sheep with no original ideas of my own, I figured I'd do the same thing as everyone else. 3 weeks after anyone cares. 1.0 is go. Let's dive on in. So I've been playing a little bit. I've been really enjoying it. I've got a few minor gripes, which we'll cover. But on the whole, you know, I've been playing this since very, very early alpha. And my heart swells with joy knowing how far the team at Squad have come with this game. I mean, it's feeling really fully fleshed out and it feels like there's a purpose-driven point to it. Just brilliant. To start with, I'm just going to dive into the space plane hangar. I've got one ready that, after hours and hours of trying, finally got something to fly. So here we go, Contingency 1. I do not recall why I christened it thusly, but there we have it. I've just popped on some science because we've got a little mission that I want to undertake. Put on 2 of each, obviously, just to keep it symmetrical. Little tip I learned from Scott Manley. Let's take her out for a spin. Oh, and I will just make sure I pop Valentina Kerman in there as our dedicated pilot. That seems to make a big difference. This thing, it's like 70-30 whether it's ever going to get off the runway before spinning wildly out of control. Those chances drop to 0, I've noticed, if it's anyone else piloting it. So, good old Valentina. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Yes, welcome both old and new subscribers. Seen quite a few pop by. Michaela was the last name I saw pop up in my inbox. Hi Michaela, thanks for subscribing. Today was supposed to be a Minecraft day, because we're long overdue with the Minecraft. It's been a month, to the day in fact, since I last put out one of those. Guys, I can't get hold of Reginald. I don't know where Sir Reginald has gone. No. The problem is, with that series, there's an awful lot of nothing happening. It's taking like hours and hours and hours of work just to get half an hour of decent, watchable footage. The stuff I'm putting on YouTube, I'd like to think is good, and I hope you're enjoying it, but there's massive gaps in between that I need to work through in my limited spare time in order to yield said videos. So thanks for your patience. We'll get on that soon. Oh goodness, come on, come on, come on. Come on! And we're off. So yeah, Minecraft next week, I promise. And then we're going to do some Skyrim, of course. And carry on with me ranting about things. I've enjoyed those videos that I've been doing recently. I've kind of found my groove. And yeah, other people seem to be liking those. really more so than the gameplay stuff. But I like playing games. I love playing KSP and Minecraft and Skyrim, so those will kind of carry on sporadically. Anyway, enough of other stuff. Here we are in KSP, and I'm loving it. Look at this. The aerodynamic effects in this new version are marvellous. I must admit, it's been a little while since I've gotten into it. I think let's just say it was months and months and months ago, and I've only just fired it up again recently because they've gone full release. But it's a great game to dip in and out of. I am absolutely loving it. Like I say, a few gripes. It does feel very grindy. Very grindy indeed, and there's long stretches where you get stuck with the parts that you have, and you really need the next step up and to unlock more parts to get further, but you're stuck in a valley of no money coming in, and do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to unlock parts to get further, so you get stuck doing the same thing over and over and over again just to get tiny bits of experience and money and science, just to take that next step up. That's the main gripe I've got with it. Otherwise, yeah, it took me a while to get used to all the contracts and stuff like that, but we're getting there. Speaking of contracts, what have we got? I've got to test the solid fuel booster. I don't know why it's ticking all those, because I don't have one on this craft. What we're doing is we're heading over to this island here. I need to sort out my angles and probably slow down a little bit. Yeah, we're going to land over here, get some extra science, and then in lieu of doing Galacticraft Minecraft, I'm so close to building the rocket, I can't wait for the next episode of that. In lieu of that, we're going to mess around with rockets here, so don't worry, you still get your spacey fix. What else we got to do? Test Rocket Max brand, a couple of landed at Kerbin. Should be easy enough. And set record speed of 2,500 meters. Why did I accept that? Whoa! I might need to come around again. That's if I don't crash into the mountain first. Oh, we're in the danger zone here. I was just about to say how stable this plane seems to be, and how easy it is to control. Yeah, we'll come round again. It is easy to control. I'm really happy with this little aircraft. It doesn't have the best turning circle as we've just seen, but no, it's alright. I like it. Yeah, don't know why I accepted that contract. I did record for an hour earlier on this afternoon and lost the footage, so we're back again. I've unlocked a whole load of rocket parts, and I've upgraded the launch pad as well, so we're going to be able to really take off. I don't know if we're going to get to the moon in this episode, and I don't know if there will be more episodes. I just really fancied playing KSP, and I thought I'll whack it under the checklist banner, upload to that series. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see how we get on. One of the problems I was mentioning, I think it was the last time I did one of those episodes, was it's a hard game to do Let's Play commentary for. I'm floating the wrong way. I need to kind of come right and then back round on myself. Yeah, it's a hard game to do commentary for. There's long stretches of nothing happening for the most part, and lots of dead air and nothing to commentate upon, so you end up just waffling. Not that I do that in the Minecraft videos. Oh my goodness. Right, I really need to turn this bloody thing around so we can start landing. In the last footage I recorded, I nailed it. It was perfect. But I forgot to bring half the science stuff with me. Right, slow down. Slow right down, my friend. And get yourself turned round. Let's do this, Valentina. Let's jump cut. I'll come back in once I've lined this up. Okay, that's a bit better. I am liking those angles. I'm liking the speed, I'm liking the altitude. Me and planes, if you've been around on the channel for a while, aren't best friends. We don't have much luck with planes, but I'm feeling confident. Yeah, the other problem with commentating on Kerbal Space Program I found, and why I didn't really carry on that series, is it was being updated and changed so frequently I couldn't keep up with it. Right, I really need to kill the speed now. So yeah, what did we do in the previous episodes, like 3,000 years ago? We did, we landed on a Minmus, we landed on the North Pole, so the next checklist item, in theory, should be the moon, but like I say, we're a long way off that. Back around this way a little bit. This is looking good. I'm feeling relatively confident. Famous last words. Come on, let's bring her in. If you aren't aware of Kerbal Space Program, you probably have no idea what's going on. It's a sandbox game. You make aircraft and spaceships, and you fulfill certain missions. There's a full-scaled solar system to explore. It's amazing. Oh, too slow. We're dropping. I was too busy talking. We survived, but we lost our science. That was... Jesus wept. Can I control that from there? I cannot. Never mind, let's just get a crew report and salvage what we can. Nope, no science. Can I do an EVA? Oh, she's stuck. She's got some kind of adhesive boots. Adhesive tippy toes, look at that. Oh, and things are still exploding. Oh, no science even for the EVA report. Come on, that's got to be worth something. Look at that. Dreadful. Never mind. Let's mess around with rockets. Okay, so we've just recovered what... Okay, so we've just recovered the minuscule fragments of whatever was left of that aircraft. Apologies if you can hear Skype and my emails going off in the background. That is actually my boss telling me to get back to work. Nope. Right. The funds are dwindling. I need to be careful of the funds. The AirPad update cost me, the Launchpad update cost me a lot of money, so I need to be careful with that. But we've got some new parts to play with, so let's speed things up. I've got an existing craft here. The Genesis 2. Go away. And I'm going to modify it. We've got a contract. We need to test the back thumper solid fuel booster in the air. So I'm going to stick a couple onto the side. I'm going to maybe add some more power. I'll take another couple of contracts as well. I don't fancy my chances of the speed one. Oh, who knows? We'll give it a whirl. See how we get on. Let's zoom forward. This is the rocket ship I was messing around with, the Genesis 2. Some tail fins there. It's a bit, like the aircraft, it's a bit touch and go in terms of how you add a couple of parts onto it at most and it tips the whole thing over. It gets unwieldy. But I don't know, we'll see how we get on with it. We've got these contracts to try out. We've got to do the speed record. I'm going to leave that one there. I don't have much faith that that's ever going to happen, but we'll see. And then test the back thumper solid fuel booster at 13,000 meters. This one in its current standing, that's what we need to test. It doesn't get to 13,000 meters, it fuels out before then. So we'll whack a couple in the second stage. Try them out there. We'll skip forward, in fact. I'll play around, I'll build a ridiculous spacecraft. We'll fly it as far as we can, I guess. Okay, this is a monstrosity. But I'm trying to... This is a little tip I learned from Scott Manley in terms of whacking the science on and keeping it all symmetrical. As I mentioned, I don't know if it's going to cope with the strain of 3 solid-state boosters on the side either, but whatever. We'll just try it out and see what happens. Oh, the vehicle assembly building can't support vessels over 30 parts. Well, that sucks. How many parts is this? 33. I'll take off the lander legs. Don't need those. Let's go. Yeah, we'll just try it out and see what happens. That's the Kerbal way, after all. I think this thing's going to tear itself apart or spin wildly out of control. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, good start, good start. See if we can get these up to 13,000 meters. I'm loving the new particle effects, like the dust that comes off when you launch and just that flame tail. Oh, it's just amazing. Love it. Look at it. It's such a beautiful game. Wow, we are tipping. We're tipping. This is going quite fast. We may break that 2,000 meter goal challenge thing. Right, get rid of you. Go. This is the bit that usually starts getting out of control. I've just added more and more and more and more fuel, and it's getting to the point where it's like, no, we are a bit top heavy, sir. To the stars! It's pointed over that way for no particular reason. In fact, no, we're never going to... Can we achieve orbit from here? Probably not. I did read that the atmosphere in the full release is a lot more soupy or something. So you need to do your gravity turns earlier or later or immediately. No, I don't know. Can't remember. But the dynamics have changed and I've not gotten used to them. Oh, we might hit that speed target. And there's the stars! Look at it, beautiful. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. Max thrust. Did we do it? That was 2,500. I thought it was 2,050. We were so close. So close. Never mind, at least we can get some science while we're up there. That's the highest I'll have been in this Kerbal Space Program. I yielded some really good science when I got about halfway. I've got about 50, which was excellent. Let's see if it gives us the same again, or maybe less, because we've already done the same experiments above the atmosphere. Maybe the next thing we need to do is achieve orbit before it'll give us a nice little science perk. Let's see. This gave me 10 last time. 3.5. Yeah, no distinction between 200,000 meters and 400,000, unfortunately. But I'll take it. It's all good. It's all good. 8.2. I think that gave me 25 earlier on today. Don't get anything for transmitting it. So it was pointless bringing all the communicatrons. What am I looking for now? I need the temperature. How cold is it? I don't know. Where's the thing gone? Don't say I forgot the temperature thing. Thermometer, that's what they call them. I bloody did as well. Oh no, there it is, there it is, there it is. What have we got? No science whatsoever. It's Disappointing. Doesn't the moon look weird? Looks like it's a strange shape. Actually just looks like a sprite. Oh, squad, you haven't replaced the actual moon with just a sprite, have you? Because if you have, I am going to start making conspiracy videos on YouTube about how the moon isn't real, it's just a hologram. It takes so much effort to get to the next planet over. Getting to the moon is difficult enough, especially now that they've added funds and things like that. Getting to the next planet, you can be playing for months. But that was the thrill of this game, you know? When we all first started playing, it was a case of... Let's bring this back down. It was a case of figuring out yourselves. You're literally doing rocket physics. It's all mirrored on real-world science and orbital mechanics. And everyone was kind of, you know, sitting down and working it out and posting on wikis and stuff. We didn't have all of this. I seem to remember back in the day, you had to line the moon up with the horizon at a certain point and then thrust and hope you hit it. And there were all kinds of people giving tips on when the best time to start firing towards the moon was. It was just mental. How did we ever land on the moon back in those days? Oh, I see they still haven't fixed the boundary music. The second you hit 70,000 meters, boom, the music's off. Or on if you're going up. Other thing I'm loving, you'll see I've got a heat shield on the bottom now. And there we go, right on cue. You can... Oh, don't... You got to face the right way, man! Come on, where's the parachute? Where's the parachute? There we go. Weird how the parachute survives. Yeah, I didn't learn the lesson of using the heat shield. I was like, we've survived re-entry before, and I came in, the first time I re-entered the orbit, this thing just exploded the science bay. So that's a welcome addition. Oh, I'd love to get to Eve and see what it's like going through that atmosphere now with the thermal effects. And does Joule do the same? I don't know. So excited. I love Kerbal Space Program. Let's speed up a little. What else to talk about? Well, what are the games I've been playing? Bioshock Infinite, the DLC to that. As you may know, Bioshock Infinite is one of my favourite games of all time. Excuse me, I'm getting choked up about it. I love you, Bioshock. Yeah, no, it's a favourite game of all time. Second only to Final Fantasy VII. And I've only just gotten around to playing the DLC. My thoughts, I'm enjoying it. I love the way they're tying it into Rapture. It's very clever writing in terms of there's no plot holes. They're not stepping on the toes of the original story. It all works. But I am going to, in my mind, I've decided the DLC is not canon to the main storyline. Mainly because the main storyline is lovely, nice, neat and contained, and it's looped, so it all fits to a nice little world. It just seems with the DLC, I'm about an hour into the second episode of Burial at Sea, it seems like the writers have just gone, right, well, we're out of the main storyline now, let's go batshit insane! And they've just thrown everything at the wall. And because they've got this parallel universe, quantum stuff going on, they're taking it in such mind-bending directions. And it's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just you can wrap yourself in knots thinking about it. And I kind of like where we left Bioshock Infinite, so I'm just going to say, yeah. Oh, did we all survive? Everything okay? Yeah, we're good. So, yeah, that's what I think of it. Loving it, though. Really enjoying playing it. Jolly good. What I'm going to do, it's about time I need to get downstairs to do dinner. And I probably should acknowledge my boss. We'll wait here. Jump cut forward in time. I'm going to come back. I'm going to accept some killer contracts. I'm going to build the most mighty space vessel known to man within a 30-part limit. I'm also going to drink. I'll come back tipsy and we'll see how we get on. How does that sound? I'll see you in a second. I think we should have one of those jump cuts that looks like a clock. Let's do that. Oh, hello and welcome back. It is about 2 o'clock in the morning and I am, as promised, a little bit tipsy. I'm not too drunk. Probably above the limit that they set for flying a spacecraft into orbit. And that is exactly what we're going to do. I've set up a few contracts. Let me show you those. Test the MK16 parachute. We're going to do that by proxy when we return. That's fine. Orbit Kerbin. Let's give that a whirl. And achieve speed record of 2,500 meters. I've left that one to stand because that's about orbital speed. If we do what I'm planning to do in a moment, then that should come by proxy. Let's see. I'm going to add a third stage. I was going to separate this and just put an engine below that one. No, let's add another fuel tank. Let's really push the limits of this ship. This is going to go so bad. I just know it. Let's pop that there. Little engine. Don't really need the swivel engine. We'll just use one of those. And decoupler. And let's get out there. Funds are running really low. Really low indeed. I wanted to upgrade the vehicle building so I could do more than 30 parts. In fact, is this more than 30 parts? No, we're okay. But yeah, that would literally wipe me out and I wouldn't be able to launch ships, I don't think. I would get into some kind of horrible situation where I can't do anything, which is the last thing we want. Right, who have we got? Bill Kerman. Here we go. I think we've got enough power to go orbital here. We'll see. Staging. Oh god, good job I checked that because that is all wrong. Need to put those decouplers there. That there. Which is... this is a nightmare. Is that engine? We'll put that there. No, oh no, this is all wrong. There we go, okay. So, they fire at the same time as these detach, great. Then we run out of fuel on those, they detach. And then, oh no, that's wrong. Then this engine fires, great, then this detaches, then this little engine here goes, and that will get us into orbit. We'll find out. 3, 2, 1, boom! God, that's loud. Yeah, look at those effects, aren't they brilliant? Love it! We're already tilting a fair bit. That's not good. Anyway, what were we talking about before the jump cut? Talking about games that we're playing. I have, this evening, just played a bit more Bioshock Infinite, DLC, Episode 2 of Burial at Sea. And, yeah, just confirmed my suspicions. We're just going absolutely mental. Loving the gameplay. It's just standard Bioshock gameplay. Can't fault it. Just gone to the bit where Elizabeth ends up... Don't worry, no spoilers. But she ends up back in Colombia in the main timeline of the first game. Do I need to start tilting? Now, probably. Whoa! Okay. Relax. We're all good here. Stop spinning wildly. This might be our issue in terms of getting to an orbit trajectory. Just being able to control the thing. But yeah, she's just gotten back to the Columbia timeline, and so it's gotten even more headache-inducing. But I don't know. It's non-canon. I'm claiming that now. It's non-canon. What else? Hitman Absolution. I've had that on my shelf for a long time. I've not bothered to play it. I picked it up. It was only a few quid. I picked it up because it was cheap and I like the Hitman games. But I've put off playing it because the reviews are so shocking. Yeah, there's a reason why the reviews are shocking. It's just... let's be honest, it's a mediocre game. It's ham-fisted, it's not subtle at all. The plot is just cheesy as all hell. Oh, why am I on full throttle? Come on, speed it up. Yeah, I've seen better sneak-em-ups in other games. I've seen the earlier games in the Hitman franchise were better sneak-em-ups than the current one. It doesn't feel like a next-gen game, or at the time it came out, it's dated already, you know. Subpar, not what you'd expect from a AAA title. One funny thing that happened was, so I got to the main mission, the main first mission where you're allowed to do things of your own accord, and the woman's talking over the headset going, there are many ways to complete this mission. You can sneak, you can use the sniper rifle in the window, you can do this and that. While she was talking and explaining how I need to kill this mafia boss who's in the centre of town, busy Chinatown market, loads of people everywhere. Oh God, no. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. That's right. Come on, fire. There we go. How are we looking? We are looking good. Oh, don't have much fuel. Don't have much fuel. Stop that there. Wait till we get around there. So, yeah. The main mission, you got to kill this mafia boss in the middle of Chinatown. It's busy, there's loads of people everywhere, and the woman's just talking over the headset going, these are various ways to do it. While she was talking, I just walked right up to the guy, shot him in the face, and then just left the level. I was like, that's one way of doing it. So, yeah, they didn't think about that too much, did they? And all the guards are like, oh, the crowd scattered and ran, and I just like ran with the crowd. I got shot a bunch of times, but you seem practically invincible and impervious to bullets in that game, so there wasn't much of a penalty to really being detected. I don't know whether I'm going to carry on playing that. Who knows? The only other thing I've really been playing recently, I've fired up the old PlayStation 1, Command & Conquer, the first game. Oh, I love it. It's just as good now as it was back then. When did it come out? 94? Maybe? I don't know. I fell in love with that game on its release and love it now. Excellent stuff. Excellent. Best game in the Command & Conquer series, I think. The first one. Love it. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, again, best game in that series. Just, excellent stuff. I'm loving the old retro gaming. How about you guys? What are you playing at the moment? What have you played and hated? What have you played and loved? Any recommendations? Let me know in the comments below. As always, we are just getting ready to do our second burn. I'm very worried we're going to get stuck in orbit. That is a possibility. So, sorry Bill if this happens, but it's for science, man, it's for science. I'm just going to give it full throttle towards the apoapse. Is that what I mean? I don't know the technical terms, but I know what I'm doing. Here we go. No, that was disappointing. Run out of fuel. Never mind. Any signs to be had here? .5, not great, but again, I'll take it. Observe mystery goo, 2.3. Oh, can I do both at the same time? Will that give me 2.3 for each? Yes, it will. Why wouldn't we do that? We'll still get some goodies because we're going to test the parachute in a moment, and well, that's it, I guess. Hop. And we'll come back in once we're back down on the ground once again. Here we go. Oh god, this isn't good. We're burning up, we're burning up. This isn't good, this isn't good. Come on, where's the parachute? Things are gonna explode. We're pointing face down. Oh no. Was that the parachute that just got destroyed? We're dead. We didn't make it. We didn't make it. Let's go back to vehicle assembly, and I do feel we've got the potential to get into orbit here. If A, I fly it better, and B, got enough fuel. Maybe I should... I've got enough to upgrade this. But I think that, the 16,000 down on the bottom left, I think that's how much it costs to launch the rocket. If I upgrade this, it's about 30,000, I think. So I won't have enough then to launch it, so that's out the question. Think, how can I do this? Maybe let's just... Shame I don't have a smaller engine, because I don't need that much heft in that third stage. Let's just go like that. Let's just incrementally beef things up. God, it's very tall, isn't it? The other thing I'm going to do, I don't know if this makes a difference, but I like having it so it's as high above the ground as possible on these things. Oh, it's over 30 parts. Let's ditch the batteries. We don't need the batteries. Let's try and get it to a point where we can come back with the science. We don't need to transmit things. That's kind of admitting that you're never going to make it back, and you might need to communicate the science back to the ground. We're not pessimists, guys. Oh, bugger. Come on. Okay, apparently my little trick with the what's-its isn't viable. Right, here we go. Oh, I need to sort this out again. Note to self, remember to save your staging the way you want it. That there, that there. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Here we go. We're going to get into orbit. This is us. It's your moment. Come on, Bill. Off you go. I'm going to leave that lean there. I like that lean already. You have no idea how loud this is in my headset either. It's deafening. It's probably why I'm shouting. Am I shouting? Can you hear me? Good start. That's some speed right there. Boom. Full throttle. Full throttle. Can I tilt it anymore? Not really, it keeps pulling back to the center line. Which is actually a good thing. At least it doesn't just topple and spin wildly out of control, but... yeah, that's what we want. That's good. This is good. Come on, guys, to orbit. This is my final attempt, and then I'm calling an end to the episode. So, fingers crossed we get some results here. Oh, this is good. I like it. Oh, it's interesting once it snaps into orbit mode. I suddenly got the ability to lean over quite a bit. I don't know whether that was just incidental. I got beyond that point and suddenly it let me flip over because of the lack of atmosphere, or whether it was an algorithm switch. Who knows? Who knows? Boom! Hang on, let's not be too hasty here. Yeah, let's wait until we get back around there again. Let's do the time warp again. Alright, we're going to have to be super conservative with our fuel and how we do this. Yeah, we're never going to make it. That's going to run out. That is going to run out before we achieve orbit. Or is it? Is it? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, we have achieved orbit. Yeah, we're well and truly in orbit. With no fuel to get Bill back. I knew that was going to happen. But I did it anyway. Didn't quite hit that speed record though. Why is this not dinged for... okay, yeah, no, we've achieved that. We get some brilliant... 61,000 is a significant amount of funds there. Oh, 13 science. 30 stars. I don't know what that is. Excellent. Oh, this is good. This is good. And at least we're not on like a really wonky angle. I reckon later on we can rescue Bill. It's quite a uniform, nice orbit with which to rendezvous. But no, brilliant. I guess that's the end of his little adventure. Oh, who wishes that they'd put on some communicatrons now so that they could transmit the science back to the Space Center? You idiot. Oh, still don't get that much science. I thought now that we're in orbit it would give us loads of science, but no. Apparently not. Which makes me feel better about the fact that we can't get it back. Crew report, what do you think about that? Nothing. Can I do an EVA? No, I need an alcohol upgrade. An alcohol upgrade! An astronaut complex upgrade. Alcohol upgrade! Well, there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me on this rather gentle episode of Kerbal Space Program Checklist. Tell you what, man, that moon, it's giving me some weird looks and I don't like it. Am I going insane? It does look different in this release. Who knows, maybe we'll land on it someday. I don't know if we'll carry on this series. What I do know is that next up, Minecraft. I promise you I'll get back to that. Thank you so much for your patience. Next episode is going to be a corker. Skyrim checklist. Having so much fun with that. That'll follow. I hope you're enjoying that. I'm loving it. And of course we'll do more videos where I just kind of rant about things that irk me and injustices in the world. That's kind of where the channel's going. We're still going to keep up with the gaming stuff, but yeah, kind of thrusting in that direction. I'm finding my groove and I'm liking it. Ooh, guys, I love you so much. Thank you to subscribers old and new for joining. If you have just surfed in at random, you can subscribe by, there'll be a button on the screen, press that button. You can see more stuff. We do loads of crazy stuff on this channel. Go explore, hit that button. And lastly, you can follow me on Twitter. There's the thing for that. So yeah, that's me. I've been Z-Kidding. Click the buttons. Why haven't you done that yet? Bill Kerman is just floating around. Kerbin, he's wondering why you haven't clicked the buttons yet. He's probably sitting in his little cockpit singing to himself. Click those buttons. Click them with your mouse. I'm sitting here floating around in space while you're sitting in your mum's house. Have you paid the rent for sitting in your mum's house? Bye.